This is not the cutest Sherpa you've ever seen. Oh my God. So cute. I'm gonna live in this thing for the next like 6 months. Ooh. Hi everyone. Oh my God. Okay, so a lot of things have happened since the last time I saw you, which was like early October, September-ish. So, first things first, we are engaged. Holy crap. I know you're thinking, when did it happen? How did it happen? Where did it happen? All of those things. When are you getting married? Where are you getting married? Are you done with your wedding planning? Do you have your wedding dress? All of those answers are going to be in this video. So today, basically, I'm just gonna tell you like when and how we got engaged and where and when our wedding is and all of the other things that come with wedding planning and all of that, and how I planned our wedding in about 2 months. So sit down, get some tea. I have some vitamin water because I'm very sick and gross right now. I'm starting to feel the NyQuil kick in a little bit. So if I start to like loop and lose my mind, then you know why. Let's start with the fact that I am so excited to actually be getting to marry Nico. I never thought that I would ever get married. It's just something that I have stopped completely thinking about. But now it's happening and I am so happy. I can't even, like, most days I think that it's a joke and like he's gonna wake up and just be like, oh, haha, just kidding, give me the ring back, you know, but it hasn't happened yet. So, and now everything is pretty much paid for, so now he can't. So, ooh, that scared me. So basically, my birthday weekend, we had a big party and it was for my birthday. I had family and friends in town from all over the country. All of Nico's family was there, all of my friends were there. You know, it was great. We had a lot of food. I'll insert whatever clips of the party I actually have in here, but it was such a good night. It was super stressful while we were there and everything was happening, but once it was all over, I was so happy. I was on cloud 9. I couldn't believe it, and it was just the perfect night. And I knew that Nico was going to propose because we had talked about like getting married and stuff like that. And he was like, you know, send me some engagement rings that you really like. And then like maybe a week before, I saw that he made a purchase at L'Amour Designs and they're in New York City. So I was like, oh my God, he bought an engagement ring. Like, what the heck? No, my battery, babe. Okay, we're back. So the next morning we were all going to go to the city because we were having Fleet Week that week. So the Blue Angels, is that what they're called? Yeah, Blue Angels, they were in town. And they were doing, you know, flying around and doing all of the Blue Angels things. And it was just a really fun time to like just go to the city. So we were all getting ready that morning, and then right before we left, I was saying goodbye to Nico and getting ready, like everyone situated, about to go get in the car, and Nico grabs my hand and I'm like, what in the hell are you doing? And then he says, I've been wanting to do this for a long time, and he reached into his pocket, and then I totally blacked out. Like, I do not remember what he said. Like, I was just like, oh my God. Oh my God, oh my God, he is proposing right now. This is happening, I'm gonna get married. And then I like came back to, he said, will you marry me? And I was like, yes, 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 yes. So many yeses. I guess he told my mom, and my mom was supposed to tell my best friend Alex to film it, but I guess she was just so excited that she forgot to tell Alex. So all we have are a few pictures. We have barely any pictures. We don't have any video. You can see my mom in the background of all of our pictures. And this was like in our living room. It was super chill. He was in his pajamas. Like it was nothing incredible, you know, like these crazy proposals you hear about. It was none of that, and which is perfect because that is exactly what I expected out of a proposal from Nico. So, you can see my mom in the background of all of our pictures, and she's like struggling with her phone, obviously trying to figure out how to film it, but she couldn't do it. It was super fast. So she just couldn't figure it out. So then that day we go to the city, we have a beautiful day in the city, and then we come home, and then I start planning right away. My mom left the next morning. My friends that were in town from Atlanta left the next day after her. And then my best friend Alex was in town for a few more days. So we had all this time to like get ready on the planning train. So we went to Barnes and Noble, right? I think it was Barnes and Noble. That's like the big bookstore, sure. And we bought a bunch of books. And I was so excited because like I had not actually researched, like, you know, every girl has a Pinterest board full of shit that she wants at her wedding, but then you have to like actually plan a wedding. I was like, I need books. I need a wedding planner book. I need to know exactly what I need to be doing. Nico needs to know exactly what he's been doing, and we need to know if this is even something that we need to be doing. So these are the books that I used to plan our wedding. And I planned our wedding starting October 13th, and I finished our wedding planning on December 11th. So everything is done. Literally all we have to do is pay for stuff at this point. So these books were totally life-changing. So we got these two cute little books, and I think that these were just so much fun to do, and we really did learn how much we knew about each other by doing these books. So these are Do You Know Your Bride or Do You Know Your Groom? And they just have a bunch of questions in them, and you each go through, I think there's 100 questions. You each go through and you check like yes or no, and then you like, some of them have like a short answer type thing, and we both scored really high. I think I scored like a 97. I can't remember, but I think I scored like a 97 on mine, and Nico scored like a 95. So both super, super high, and it was just a lot of fun. Like then the next book that the books that I got, oh my God, ow. The next books that I got were for Nico and I to get more detailed into what we were responsible for as far as the wedding went. We are a very 50-50 couple. Not everyone is like that, and I totally understand and respect that, but Nico and I are. So I wanted to make sure that we both knew exactly what we were getting into when it came to planning a wedding, and what that meant financially. I definitely feel that a wedding, not so much the marriage, but the wedding is a financial burden on anyone. So this really broke down everything that you need to do to plan a successful wedding, but it also told us, you know, exactly, gave us an outline of exactly what we were supposed to pay for, when we should have it paid for by, why it should be paid the way that it's paid, everything. I do think, I will say, especially the bride's manual, this was really, really traditional. If you are planning a super traditional wedding, this is all that you're gonna need. Skip out on hiring a wedding planner. This is everything that you need. You may want a manager for the day of the wedding, which you may, you know, hire a wedding planner for, but this book is life-changing if you're planning a wedding. Tells you exactly what to do, step by step. It has this super awesome, like, detailed budget guide in the back, like extra cheat sheets. Like, you need to get this book if you're planning a wedding. Even if you think that you're done planning your wedding, maybe still get it and read through it and make sure that you've done everything kind of the right way, so that you're getting the most bang for your buck. So many good tips in here from like industry insiders and things like that. So good. Then I got this book. It's The Bride's Essential Groom's Game Plan, Getting to the Altar and Surviving the Trip. So Nico read this on his lunch breaks at work, and he is going to be the best husband. He read this entire thing, and his like coworkers were like, what are you doing? Why are you actually reading that book? He was like, well, I gotta know what to do. But this literally breaks down like his entire year of everything that he's gonna need to do I need to make sure that he's on top of. And then at the end of the book, there is this little pull out. He can like just rip this page out, and this is everything that he needs for the day of the wedding. Again, this follows some really traditional guidelines that we didn't necessarily like stay within for our wedding, but it was super, super helpful for him, and we are definitely keeping these books on hand for as we get closer to the day of, to make sure that everything is just seamless and smooth. Then I got just a big wedding planning notebook, and this book is actually really awesome. I ended up not using it as much as I thought I was going to, but it was a really great starting point, just because we were not traditional with our wedding at all. That is the only downfall I think that I came to with this book, but it has all of these different tabs. You can't really see them because it's white, but it has all these different tabs like planning, inspiration, budget, ceremony, clothing, beauty. If you're getting really, really, really detailed and you really need like that broken down information all in one place, but you need it a little bit more detailed, this book is exactly what you need. And I don't know, it doesn't have like a title or anything, but I got it at Barnes & Noble. And then in the back, it does have a little place for you to put like business cards and stuff like that. But our wedding planning was actually so easy. And this book is just like where I keep everything to make sure that I know I have it in one place. I will end up putting like a copy of our save the dates and our invitations and everything. And then these books I'm gonna keep as like keepsakes. But super, super awesome book, and it's really cute. It's just got like confetti all over it, and it goes with our wedding. Now let's actually get into the wedding. Can't even believe it. So our wedding is not really a traditional wedding. Our wedding is going to be basically us eloping with people standing around and supporting our decision. We are not doing a reception. We are not doing, you know, the father-daughter dance, the everything. Like, we're not doing any of that. We don't have a venue situation either. We are getting married in Las Vegas, and we are getting married at an art installation called the 7 Magic Mountains. It are these giant painted rocks that are just placed out in the middle of the desert. It's really beautiful, really breathtaking. I'm so excited to be getting married there. It is a public place, so that does mean that there could be other people around, which I'm totally fine with, because that was just what made the most sense to me, and it is where I really envision like my wedding. I wasn't gonna get married in a church. We're not religious. I didn't want to get married indoors because it's just not like my real vibe. I knew that I wanted to get married outdoors, and I wanted to get married in a really beautiful, magical place, and that is exactly what 7 Magic Mountains is. So what we'll end up doing is busing everyone out to the ceremony site, having a very quick ceremony. It's about 15 minutes. I actually have it written. I just need to send it over to our officiant, who is one of my friends. So that also is a really good tip. If you're getting married in Nevada, period, your friends can actually marry you. They just have to go get a license for a single marriage wedding, whatever license thing. So we have a friend that's doing that for us.
Oh, cute. What's officiant? You marry us.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Turn it over.
Oh my God.
It's really easy. You do everything online. I already looked it up.
You're a mess. I'm a mess. Oh my God. Okay, I got this.
Okay. Yes.
And since the venue is a public place, we didn't have to pay anything for it. So we are going to be paying for buses, our attire, which I will get into in just a second. And we are also gonna do little gift bags for everyone as like a thank you for coming, with little snacks, a hangover kit, because it is Las Vegas, so everybody's gonna be real gone. We are going to do champagne and cake out in the desert where we're getting married, and we'll do some lawn games. So we'll have some, what is that called? Cornhole, and we'll probably do like yard Jenga and stuff like that, have music, everything. If I'm being 100% transparent, we just don't have the money to spend on a wedding. I don't know anyone that really does, but we live in the Bay Area. It's super expensive as it is. We are both, you know, not super financially stable as far as it goes, like with being able to just afford to have this lavish wedding. So going that cheaper route, free really route, was the easiest thing and the most convenient thing for us to do. The next big thing that we did, we scheduled a room block. So you can call a hotel, tell them how many guests you anticipate having. They will block off a section of rooms. We got a room block at the Palms. It was super easy, just emailing back and forth, making sure our contract was exactly what we wanted. We have a suite for the week, so we will be there for the entire week. We will also be having our bachelor and bachelorette parties during that week. So everyone will already be in one place. With as many people as we have, you know, coming from all over the country and all over the world, it is the easiest thing to do to just have them come all at once instead of coming for a trip, leaving, going home, and coming for another trip. My maid of honor, Alex, she is going to be planning all of the bachelorette festivities, and then Nico's brother Miguel will be doing all of the bachelor parties. Neither of us drink, so that cuts out a huge portion of that budget that we would probably have needed initially if we were going to Vegas. But we have set aside about $3,000 for, you know, spending money while we were in Vegas for whatever reason, food, whatever. So then that is honestly it. Our wedding is probably in total with travel and everything is probably gonna cost about $13,000. The most, like the biggest portion of that being my dress and our photographers. We are flying our photographers out. We have Adam and Jacob from Adam's Point of View. I will put their Instagram down below for you to check out. Adam and Jacob were at it was the first bridal fair that we went to actually, and we just had like this really cool like vibe and connection just after talking to them for a couple minutes. And we spoke to all the other photographers that were at the venue because we were looking for a photographer. That was the top thing on my list because pictures are the only thing that are always going to last from our wedding day. The only thing. So I knew that the pictures were gonna be super, super important. But when we met Adam and Jacob, we told them, you know, we're getting married on my birthday in Las Vegas. All our family is coming in from all over the world. It's going to be crazy. And they were just like, oh, this is gonna be really awesome. And then I told them like where we're getting married and everything. And you know, they were just so excited about the day. And we just had like this instant connection. We went and had some lunch, and then I was like, we need to book them. We need to book them right now. 10/10/2020 is the biggest day of 2020 to be getting married. They had 4 other offers, I think, on their calendar that day, and I was like, we have to book them right now or we're not going to get them, and I'm gonna be very upset. Are there other photographers that would have done great? Yes. Would we have the same connection with them? I don't know. So that's why we ended up going with them right away, put in a deposit, and then we just have to book their room, which is part of our room block. So saves us a lot of money, and then book their flights. And to me, that having them there that day is totally worth it. My dress, let's talk about my dress, shall we? I got my dress from Janine's Bridal in Alameda, California. My consultant's name was Jackie. So if you are looking for a wedding dress in the Bay Area, go to Janine's. They have an amazing, amazing staff. I loved being there. I went twice. The first time I went with my friend Nicole, my friend Rachel, and Nicole's mom, Lynn, and she's kind of like my stand-in mom in California. We all went. I tried on a few dresses. I had my eye on these 2 Haley Page gowns, Leah and Kenny. They didn't have either of them in the store at the time that I went, so I was a little bit bummed, but I tried on a bunch of other things. It was a lot of fun, but they just weren't clicking with me. So I reached out to Haley Page directly on Instagram and asked if there was any way the dresses could be shipped to Janine's for me to try on, because I wanted to do a custom dress. And she said, absolutely. Here is the information for my sales manager, reach out to her, we'll get the customization en route for you. So they sent both of the dresses. It took maybe like 3 weeks for them to get from New York to California. The second that I saw the dresses, I was so overwhelmed. I took Nico's mom with me because it was very last minute. My friends, you know, we're all working, everything. So I took Nico's mom with me, and she only has 2 sons. So I figured, you know, it would be a great experience for both of us. But she also had like that extra little input about what Nico would really like to see on the wedding day, which was super nice. And I really, really enjoyed actually having her there. So I walked in to the dressing room, and one of the dresses was hanging there, and it was so gorgeous. I'm gonna put the picture up, probably right here. Put the picture up, boom. And it was so beautiful. It was the Leah gown, and what I loved about this gown, this was the bottom of the dress that I was gonna use. What I loved about the gown was just the color and how like whimsy, but still like classy and beautiful it was. But I didn't love the top of the gown, so I was going to use the top of the Kinney gown. So I put on the Leah gown first. It was pretty, it was almost too pretty for the venue and everything, like the day, and it was just a little bit regal for me and my taste. And then I put on the Kinney gown, and I instantly started crying. And I am an emotional person. I can say that I don't cry over things. I cry a lot. It's just is what it is. But when I put that gown on, I started like tearing up. I was doing like my ugly cry face. It was a moment. And I always thought, like, you see it on Say Yes to the Dress all the time. Like, people cry all the time when they find a dress. It's just a dress. So you think that it's not like gonna be that big of a deal. It was a big deal. It was a huge deal. It was kind of crazy. So I put on that gown and I walk out, and it is exactly what I was looking for. And I was still stuck on that pink color from the bottom of the Leah gown. So I asked if they could put a layer of that pink underneath the top layer of the Leah gown, and they went and checked, and they said absolutely, we can do that. So then we started like Frankensteining this dress, and you know, it was life-changing, honestly, to see the dress with that little touch of pink on the bottom. It was really beautiful. And then we went through like the measurement process. I said yes to the dress. That was exactly what I wanted. This is exactly what I wanted it to look like when I walked down the aisle. It was comfortable, it was flowy, it was still beautiful and elegant, but I feel like me as a bride. And I think that's what's really important whenever you're buying something that's, you know, that expensive. You need to love what you're purchasing. So I made sure that I loved it. You know, I tried on a veil. I didn't really love the veil. Now that like I've tried it on, I didn't love how it looked. I felt like it made me look really like old and mature, but we'll see once we get closer. The wedding is in October, and it's what, December right now, so I have plenty of time to figure out if I want a freaking veil. But yeah, so I bought my dress, and it was magical, and I cannot wait for Nico to see me in that dress. I've been wanting to show him pictures, and he's like, no, I don't want to see you I don't want to see pictures of you in the dress. I want to wait until the wedding day. So he's gonna wait. He's actually gonna wait, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to wait that long for him to see the dress. So it's supposed to be getting here in July. I did get an update from them, just them letting me know. And then I will go into fittings from there, and we'll do all of the normal wedding dress stuff. I'm doing my own flowers. I'm doing my own hair and makeup. I just need to get a couple more things for gifts for the wedding party. I have my nieces as my flower girls, my nephews as my ring bearers. They will just be carrying signs though, because I do not trust them with the rings. I do still need to get Nico's wedding band, but other than that, everything is done. People are probably wondering, like, well, if you're not doing a reception, how are you gonna eat? We have dinner reservations just for Nico and I after the ceremony and after like pictures and everything, because we really want the day to be about our our celebration of us. And I know that to a lot of people that sounds selfish, like people are coming all the way to Las Vegas. Like we have people coming from Africa to this wedding. So it is selfish in a way, but I think if there's any day to be selfish, it's your wedding day. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna, you know, take pictures, eat cake and drink champagne and everything with our families and have a little bit of fun time out in the desert. We're gonna drop everyone off at the Venetian, and then we're gonna go and we're gonna have dinner together and celebrate, you know, us being married together. And then if anyone wants to meet up with us afterwards, yes, absolutely, we will spend more time with our guests. But most of the guests are gonna have plans. It's Las Vegas. Like, we want them to go out and have fun, and that's what they want too. So we're having a very non-traditional wedding, and I think that that is okay. If you're going to be selfish, your wedding day is that one day that you get to do whatever you want. And I think, you know, there's not enough support of brides that are like me, or couples that are like us that do not have the funds on any level to throw these lavish, insane weddings. Like, it just blows my mind. I was initially on The Knot, and that is a website where you can make your own wedding website, and they have this like community, and I have never seen so many people bashed and belittled by other women in their same exact situation over like not wanting to do a party favor or like not have a reception. Like, I'm like, yes, that makes so much sense. Do not spend the money that you do not have. Why would you do that? So after a few bad experiences and not really loving their service, I moved to Zola, and Zola has been absolutely life-changing when it comes to getting my wedding organized. I have my entire registry on Zola. They have their own registry platform, but you can also link other registries. So I have our Amazon and our Target registries linked on there as well, if anyone wants to purchase from those. And then I have my entire guest list, and that is where guests will be RSVPing so that we're using less paper. I was looking at purchasing invitations, and it was gonna be like $3 per invitation. And if you're inviting 150 people, that is just so much money that could be spent on other things. So instead, I designed our own invitations and saved the dates. I'll put them right here so you can see. And they're super cute. I printed them on, you know, just regular cardstock. I got some envelopes from Amazon. I printed everyone's addresses and our address on the back and sent them in the mail. And that was it. Like, so simple. It does take time. It is time consuming, but I would much rather do that and spend like $50 on invitations and save the dates, as opposed to like almost $1,000 for people to just throw it in the trash. You know what I mean? So I did use recycled paper and recycled envelopes, and that was, you know, the best thing that I think that I've done as far as like our wedding planning goes. So I really enjoyed that process, and now as people RSVP, those are the people that I will be actually sending an invitation, a formal invitation to, with the details and everything of the wedding. So I saved us a lot of money by doing it that way. And then our registry on Zola is so easy to use. You literally just add the things that you want to your registry, and then you can make it like a group gift, or you can make it like where people just purchase it. Everything can be shipped to you right then and there, or you can hold off and have everything shipped to you after the wedding or whenever. You can pick a date, and then they'll ship everything to you from there. The other reason that I really, really love Zola is because the websites that you can build are insane. Ours is called Violin, I believe, and it's so beautiful. You can customize the colors, you can add as many pages as you want to. It's just awesome. And anytime anyone has any questions about the wedding, I refer them to our website, and they're just like, perfect, that's exactly what I needed. I have like a page of things to do, so it's like if our families are gonna be there like a few days ahead, there's a whole page of things that they could go and do so that they don't have to feel like, you know, they have to be around us and like helping us with stuff, because I've got it all pretty much taken care of. Then I also have like an RSVP tab where, and then we have like all of our events that are gonna be going on that week, and it's just the best. The best. Are there things that could be updated? Absolutely. But Zola, I think, is beating the knot by 5 million %. 5 million %. And I saved the best thing for last, like my ring, obviously. So my ring is from Lamora Designs, and they are from New York City. And it's a little bit dirty right now, but it is a green emerald and it's surrounded by little diamonds. I did not want like a regular diamond ring. I wanted something that was interesting and different and still, you know, beautiful and timeless and elegant. But I think that this absolutely encompasses that. And then my wedding band actually is gray diamonds, and it is like an arrow shape. So it frames this really beautifully. So it's like gray and white diamonds in a rose gold setting. So I will link them as well so that you can probably purchase from them, because they do have really beautiful, really affordable rings as well. The only things that I have a few questions on are where you suggest getting a men's wedding band from. I've been looking at manly bands, but I haven't really found anything that I'm just like, yeah, that's exactly what I want Nico to wear, and something that I think that he would actually wear. But other than that, like, I am done. I am done planning my wedding. Holy crap. If you have any questions about wedding planning or planning on a budget or how to cut things out, or if you just need someone to tell you like what you want to do with your day is okay, let me know and I will be there to support you 150%, because it needs to be exactly what you want or you are going to hate that day for the rest of your life. And I'm so excited that we are doing our day the exact same way that we want to do it and not listening to anyone else's input or critiques or anything. So I cannot believe that I'm getting married. I'm so excited. Nico is probably more excited. It's the sweetest thing. I've never seen a guy that excited about getting married before, but he is. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, put them down below in the comment section. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know where you're from. I love getting to know people. There are a lot more people here now, so it's kind of crazy, but I'm so excited to have you all. And yeah, I'm stoked. And thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.